So guys, there have been a lot of outrage out there over the plan by the North to shut down schools. I mean, in case you don't know, in northern Nigeria, there are plans to close down all schools, be it private or public, be it missionary or just normal school. All the schools must shut down because of Ramadan. You can imagine trying to impose Islamic and Sharia law on everybody living in the North, whether you are a Christian or not, whether you are a Muslim or not. Everybody has to obey the last order coming from the North. So guys, you just look at it and you wonder what is happening in this country. This is a country where we have the most out of school children in the North. We have a lot of security challenges. Many of the young people are joining Boko Haram and others because they lack skills. The largest number of people without skills are in the North, and still the North is still allowing it, shutting down schools, making children to stay out of school for days because Ramadan is going to be held. Okay, if they are to do it just for people who are of the same faith, it's understandable, but telling Nigerians that everybody, provided you are living in the North, you are going to be affected by Ramadan, you should stay indoor, as in if you are a student, you don't have to go to school. Do you know what that is going to cost the northern part of the country? Do you know the economical consequences of all that? The economic consequences of all that. There's a lot to that, because guess what? There are people who have shops in school premises. There are people who sell at least pure water or even food to students, and then all of a sudden you are going to shut down schools because of Ramadan. Do you know what this is going to cost the country? This is a country where we are struggling with ending the menace of terrorism, because it's easy to recruit young men and women in the North because they lack education. Many of them are given stipend to join this terror group, and they go and waste their lives. Some of them are ready to do all kinds of things because they are loyal to these terror groups. That's to tell you the level of challenge. Now we've seen some northern leaders whose only mediation is to help some of these young guys to get married. They use state money to organize marriages for them, encouraging them to pick up wives at young age, even when they don't have any job. Some of them do not even have skills, let alone getting jobs. Many of them don't even know where the next meal will come from. But in the North, they believe that organizing, helping them to get married so that they will be giving birth to children and then be getting more population, at which many of them are not going to school, is something Nigerians cannot understand. Now, some of these northern leaders, do you know that their children are not even in school in Nigeria? This political class you are seeing in the North, many of them, even if not all of them, majority of them have their children in schools in the UK. The UK is a Christian country. They send their children to the UK. They send their children to Canada. They send their children to the United States. These are all Christian environment, Christian countries. They send their children to go get the best of education in Christian countries, but they will not allow the children of others, the poor in the country, to go to school on days of Ramadan. Somebody was even citing Dubai. In this Ramadan, go to Dubai, schools are open. In this Ramadan, go to Saudi Arabia, schools are open. But in Nigeria, schools are closed because the North feels they are very, very religious. Now, take for instance what happened to Deborah, how Deborah was spied. If that was to be in any other part of the country, you know what would have happened? So the North believes they own Nigeria. They believe what they say is what is going to happen in Nigeria. It's only in the North that you have the Sharia law and the Constitution of Nigeria running side by side. It's only in the North, and no leader has ever come up to say this is wrong. Nobody can say, because politicians are always having their own personal interests at heart. They don't want to stop the North so that when they come for re-election, they will not be stopped. Tinubu cannot challenge the North now, even over this matter, because he wants to run in 2027. I don't want to say anything that will jeopardize my chances. That is what we see. So you have in the North, they impose these laws on people, but Any other part of this country cannot do it. You can imagine you going to the north and telling the Muslims that on Christmas Day, this is how they want to live their lives. On Christmas days, you see these Muslims going on with wheelbarrows, selling their sugar cane, selling anything they want to sell, their onions. People come out and buy, even on Christmas days. You know, Easter, even when Christians say they are fasting, the Muslims in the southern part of the country are allowed to do their businesses, allowed to go to school, to go to their mosque, to do anything they want to do, because it is their right. But guess what? In Nigeria, in northern Nigeria, if you are not from the north, you don't even have your life with you 100%, because any little mistake you can be, you sure your life can be quite. You have you forgotten what happened to Deborah? Deborah, being a Christian from the north, see what happened to her, and till today nobody is held responsible for what happened to Deborah because she's a Christian. So you can imagine if that had happened in any other part of this country, assuming in the southeast, that a Muslim was ignited the way they did to Deborah. You do know what that would have happened? Or even in the southwest, that another Muslim was ignited, you know, just setting fire, and then the person dies. Do you know what that would have led to? Chaos in the country. But it had happened in the north. No leader, nobody, even the Christian organizations cannot stand up for their rights. They can't stand up and speak for their people. So these are some of the things we are going through in this country, and honestly, it's sad that we've got to see all this happening in Nigeria today. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell. Please give this video a like so that YouTube can recommend it to others, and drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you.